So I'm very excited to introduce tonight's presenter, Alaine Portner, um, who is a gifted medium, spiritual teacher, meditation coach, and accomplished author. Her early Judaic education supported her spiritual quest to ask questions, and she began to hear answers. Through her exceptional skills as a medium, she makes a difference in the lives of people across the globe through communication with the departed. Transformative, interactive experiences are her intentions and empowers all of us to develop intuition and connection to our loved ones. So Alaine, thank you so much for being here tonight. I know it's getting a little late, but we're ready, we're excited. So I'm gonna hand it off to you.
That's wonderful. And thank you for the introduction. And thank you for all of your interest in understanding what is this. And so this seems to be probably one of the first experiences of going into the nighttime, into the next day. So we're doing an all-nighter here. And so I am so pleasured to be with you doing that. So there's a lot that's going to happen in this particular session. We're going to try and jam a whole lot of things in. We're also going to meditate and relax. So these are the things that I'd like to accomplish in being in your company. One of them is we're going to do a mindful technique together. We will meditate together. I will share a story or two with you. How did this all happen? How is there really a Jewish medium? And then the last part of this session together is that I would like to offer some readings. So technically, we're going to be able to do that I'll explain the session when we get to that part. But I would need you to be unmuted at that particular point if you're hearing the answers to the questions that I'm asking, okay? So for now, the most important thing that we could do is I'm just introducing myself, Alaine Portner, an author. My book is on Amazon, Medium Memoirs. More importantly, the journey into understanding what is this. And so she has said that we all ask questions, and the Jewish religion taught me to ask questions. And I love that about this religion, because we are all discovering education, having our own lifetime spiritual experiences. And sometimes we don't know what to make of it, but we can always ask the question, what is this, to your God, your universe, to yourself. And the odd thing is that I started to get answers when I was younger, and I thought everybody was getting answers. So trees started to talk back to me. We had a lot of history. I would ask questions. I felt like the tree was talking just to me or to other people, but I got my own answers. Fast forward into this discovery of spiritual education, pretty much a normal person, yes. And I was in the corporate world, and I was understanding so many things about other people through my dream state. And I found that to be really interesting, because I really wasn't asking questions about other people, but it became fascinating because I was getting answers about people who I didn't have any particular interest in. It was very gossipy. I'm not a gossipy person. And when I would check out whatever I was hearing with that person that I got the information from, I was always right. And I didn't understand why I was hearing about personal issues in their life that I had nothing to do with. So fast forwarded that. After the corporate world, I also understood that you can ask any question and you'll get your answer, but it's coming through to you in a lot of different ways. The dream state is just one. We also have the capacity to develop our intuition to such a high level through meditation that we can actually hear the answers when we drop all of our distractions. Most people use meditation to de-stress themselves, which is a very important part, especially now. But also, we can also raise our frequency to hear things that are significant and important to us, because we want that guidance in our lives. So it's not necessarily psychic, but you can develop your own intuition in a way where you can get your own answers. So I also got very involved after having children in the yoga world, which also made sense to me in teaching yoga, because it was this peaceful way to work through the body. And that was really important. When I was opening up a yoga center, I had a horrific dream the 2 days before. Usually in your dream state, you're working out all the agitation in your mind and trying to figure out your life and gaining that guidance. And what happened is that I had a horrific dream of 9/11, but I had it on 9/9, and I didn't know what I was looking at when I saw these two towers and a plane going through them. It was really a nightmare, but I didn't know of what epic proportion it really was. So I told a friend, and then we all woke up and realized what happened on 9/11. Because these yoga centers were in New Jersey, we were so close, many of us became first responders and went there and did whatever we could. But something else I learned about running a yoga center and a place of community is that we had the ability to send energy and to send love and to come together, to pray, to do whatever we needed to do to support people who needed more. So I started to fall in love with all of this process, but I was really scared as a psychic, and I thought I didn't want to know that type of information that was going on in the world. But I had to backtrack and say to myself, what question could I have possibly been asking in order to obtain that kind of information? The question that I was asking was, how much could you know? Because I was so enamored with the fact that I knew all this information about people that I wasn't intimate with. I then asked the question, how much could you know? And then I realized that I don't want to know those things. I'm not going to get involved as a psychic sensory awareness, so I shut down. But when I started to offer the meditation groups for everyone in the yoga center, bringing community together to pray, to heal, I began to realize I started to see all of these people around the people in meditation. So they were their families. And I would say to somebody, who is that person behind you in a blue leisure suit? And she says, well, there's nobody behind me. And I said, no, they're behind you, soulfully, spiritually. And she said, oh, that's my father. I said, how do you know? She said, well, because we buried him in a blue leisure suit. And not, some of you might not even know what a leisure suit is. And I thought, God, this is really crazy. He's waving a white flag around you. And she said, well, that was my handkerchief that I put in the coffin before when he passed at his services. And then I said, he has a message for you. And I began to tell her what he was saying to me to tell to her. Well, given that circumstance, I shut down one channel, opened up another, because I always said and asked, how can I serve? And how can I help communities? And I began to help people through learning meditation, but also offering medium messages. So it all came full circle for me. But I want to get into your mind. So we're going to do a little bit of an exercise right now. So even though some of you might be, I don't know, if you're in bed or in your office chair or wherever you happen to be on your couch, let's come into a mindful technique. So I'm going to ring these tingshas. They're just bells. When I ring them, I want you to begin to count your thoughts. This may be the first time that you're doing it. Higher's not better. Any particular number is not better. I'd just like you to count your thoughts for 1 minute. So sit up tall in your seat, close your eyes, it would be helpful. Drop your shoulders, lift tall in your seat, and begin. And stop. So if you have your video, it probably would be best if you could turn your video on. That would be really great for when we get to the reading portion. But just by a show of hands, how many numbers are we at with thoughts? Did we hit 5? Did we hit 10? Did we hit 20? Do I have some double fists going on? 10? Some of you are going. Okay, so that's great. Thank you so much for doing that. The mere purpose of that, certainly if you've never done it before, but actually you detached yourself to look at your own mind. And that's hugely important. It is a yoga principle, but it's a life-giving awareness that you're constantly having all of these thoughts. How can we stop them? How can we understand what kind of thoughts they are and where are they coming from? And do you have a particular mantra that you always share with yourself? Is it supportive to your whole soulful being? Or is it critical of your beingness? So it's really important to take time to separate yourself from the thinking mind, the monkey mind, and come into a place of peace. So already applauding your efforts in just being able to separate yourself from your thoughts, because you might have thought that you're the one that's generating the thinking. What you're going to realize, even in meditation, when you calm the mind down and the body down, that you'll realize that there are thoughts that are coming in, they're going out, some get stuck, but let's try that now. So for a few minutes, I'd like to meditate with you. So please prepare yourself by sitting up tall in your seat. And if some of you would like to lie down, that would be incredibly wonderful. Please stay conscious, please stay awake. As you elongate your body and drop your shoulders at your side, close the eyes and take the inhale and the exhale. Welcome to this incredible opportunity to de-stress and discover the inner journey. Many cultural traditions identify energy as a spirit, a God, a consciousness. Whatever is sacred in your heart, body, and mind is intimately yours. Feel the grace in the breath as you inhale and exhale. You are a part of something divine and larger than yourself. You are still here as you open up your heart to yourself and to spirit. Continue to relax the body, shoulders, face, and thoughts. Take the inhale and the exhale. And you've already learned how to be this detached observer, and you can see how the grace, and you can command that in your body, and you can lean on that when you need more. Never any judgment, just loving awareness is possible to be still and be here now. Falling in love with the process. Inhaling and exhaling. Let the heart be open. Bring to memory the last loving thing that someone has done for you. It could be a day ago or a week ago. Inhale and exhale, and the information will come to you for the last loving thing that someone has done for you. A gesture, a gift, a smile. Take a moment here as your heart opens. Feel the flow from head to toe as your body fills with peace, openness, awakened consciousness. And now, as the heart remains open, Find that place where you, that gesture, that action, that smile for the last loving thing that you did for someone. This reciprocal nature of giving back. Take a moment and let the thoughts come as the heart stays wide open. The body resonates in this open-hearted action that you have created just by getting still, quiet, fluid. There are places and memories stored in your body that your mind has forgotten. You can always know where you feel your level of comfort. It's important to get to those places. You know where your body resonates in devotion, purpose, and when you resonate with spirit or God, uniquely your connection. You have so much to do here on earth now. However, you may be in tune with your evolving purpose, whether it is fast or slow. These possibilities are within your range of awareness. When you take that walk in nature, or you sit quietly and meditate, you can renew your spirit. You can feel this beingness that's a part of your nature to surface rather than the doing. The doing can consume our lives. If you are unable to be in nature and you find your sanctuary in your home, embrace that. Have the grace and the gratitude for all that is. This is a place of worship for you because it is self-contained. But always know that the emotions of love and compassion influence the harmonies of the heart and renewal of life force. Take a moment here now to mindfully honor yourself in spiritual connection in the next few quiet moments. And in this exquisite place of spirit, send a prayer to someone, a healing prayer, a connective prayer, or take that for yourself. Absorb all the abundant love that is here together to this incredible ability to connect on the internet in this virtual classroom. To those people you may see or feel, sense, know, those that are no longer here, take a moment to feel that connection. It is so possible to create a spiritual internet and community here and now. Take the time too to set an intention, something that is purposeful to you or to someone you love. Take a moment now to wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly open up your eyes. And I thank you so much for taking that time now. What's so interesting about it is some of you might be really tired, but the truth is meditation can definitely put you to sleep, and probably you should be using that these days. Yet at the same time, there should be a renewed sense of just like, hey, I really like myself. I really like myself this way, comparative to how we normally are at other times. Yes. So pleasurable. So I would like to use a bulk of, you're welcome. Thank you for the comments. And I'll give you ways to connect to me after we are done. But what's really important now is to offer some medium messages to you. So the way that this will work, I just need to explain my style for just a moment, and then we're going to dive deep into the connections. The things about the style that you need to know is that I will randomly be connecting to a spirit that is certainly somebody's relation in this group here. I won't know that until probably I ask a few questions, and then you'll probably raise your hand, and then you'll need to unmute yourself, okay? It's very possible in this larger gallery setting that I might be talking to more than one person. It gets really crowded in here, so I have to limit my particular connection to make sure that it's one person, and I'll stay with that person most likely. The thing is that when I'm talking to you, I'll use names, dates, symbolic references that only you know. When you hear that, you need to let me know, and I will ask further questions. I will begin the conversations and have direct dialogue with you. When I ask you questions in order to affirm my language, the answers are always yes. They're never no. Quite obnoxiously, after 12,000 readings, I came to the awareness that no pushes everything away and I can't get back in. But this is also Spirit's way of trying to let you know that it's that expanded. It could be a plethora of information of what the afterlife is like, what's going on there, are souls eternal, do they go on, do they continue? And they provide a lot of information, not necessarily about that, but they provide a lot of information about your life. I can pretty much tell you what you had for lunch yesterday, but that's not that interesting. So what we try and do is we try and talk about maybe what's on your kitchen table or the place in which you sit, so that you think about them a lot in that place, and then they see you there. So they usually talk about something like that. Crazy stories. Stories are all in my book, which you can talk about later. So when I'm coming to you, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, say, I'm not sure, but don't be too quick to answer that because I'm already right. Second thing is I'm a happy medium. I don't have any bad news, so there's nothing to be afraid of. And the last thing that's really important is that I may say a name to you, and I'm talking about people that are alive as well as those on the other side. Sometimes I don't know. It's a multitasking gesture. They might be in your life, and you might have somebody with the same name on the other side. Once we get going, I'll understand a little bit more. I could probably spend hours with each one of you, but we're just going to try and go quickly with a few messages. If I name someone to you that's not a blood relative, still tell me who it is, because then you might be receiving a message from someone, a soul on the other side, to give to them. So we're all capable of developing our own intuition. We're also capable of delivering messages. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about anything so far? Okay, great. So sometimes I know who it is, and sometimes I might be choosing somebody. So I have like the name Nathan. Is there a Nathan anywhere here? A Nathan or a Neil? Does anybody have that? Living, non-living? Nathan, Neil? So I'm gonna probably have to see everybody. And you can see everybody, right, Julie? So if this is relatable to you, just wait. Is a Nathan or a Neil on this side or the other side? Does anybody have that? Is there anybody? Okay, so there is somebody. So I'm telling you that this person was actually a writer and did that on the side. So do we know who that is? Is there a writer here with an N name that I know? Nicole, is there a Nicole here? Okay, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So Nicole, hi, how are you?
Okay, thanks. How are you?
Okay, good. Don't be scared. So I want to understand a few things. Is there any other N name in your family line at all? Is there a Neil, Nathan, and Nancy? Is there an N anywhere that you know of?
I don't think so.
Okay, can you also tell me about March? Is that significant? Is that a birth date, a passing? What is March to you? Three? Do you have three children? Are you one of three? Where's the three?
I don't.
Rebecca, you're shaking your head yes. Is there a reason why?
I was just reading in the text that Noam said he had a great uncle Nathan. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh,
and Nathan on my
screen.
screen, Nathan's right on top of the woman you were just speaking to.
Oh, that's what I need. See, that's what happens with this gallery view. Can I see that person? Can I talk to that person? Because that's a specific direct hit.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Who's that?
Noam. Hi.
Oh, hi. I can't hardly see you. Is that okay?
Yeah, I know. There's not much light here, but
okay, Noam, are you saying you have an uncle, Nathan?
yeah, my great uncle is Nathan.
Okay, that's really important. Is it your mom's, your grandmother or grandfather's brother?
It's my grandmother's brother. Yeah.
Thank you. Is that grandmother from your mother's side?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the E in the family name? Is there an Etta or an Ethel, an Ellen? Even currently, where's the E? Is there an Erica?
My sister is Alana, but it's with an I.
Okay, well, just hang in there with me. Is there three children? Is anybody one of three?
Yeah, I have two sisters. And
okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm definitely with you. I wish I could see you better. Okay, so thank you. And then where's the writing coming in? Is that something that you should be doing, Noam? Are you writing or you should be writing?
Probably.
Yeah, so just talk to me about that. Why am I saying that?
I'm not sure. I guess I don't know. I like to write music sometimes.
Okay, so you're doing the music as a pastime, like as something that calms you down, like people meditate, but do you write music to calm you down, or are you? Is that what's happening?
I guess so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I need the S on the other side. Is that relatable to grandmother? Is there
my mom's name is Sharon.
Sharon. Thank you. Sharon's here, correct?
Like
living.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. The thing is that your grandmother's on the other side, true?
Yeah.
Right. So what's happening is that she still wants to be influential to you.
Yeah.
And what she's saying is a couple different things. Number one is she wants you to say hello to both of your sisters. Thank you. And she's sending a lot of love. She says, please tell your mom that she is safe and she is comfortable. She's telling your mom to take the other car. I don't know what that means. You don't have to validate that now. Maybe she's buying another car or she needs to take another car. There's something about the cars. Do you understand that?
I think.
Okay, good. Just take it. Just take it. Okay, thank you. The other thing is that your grandmother says that she gave you a bracelet and she wants you to wear it more often. And she says, if you can't wear it because it doesn't really fit, she wants you to keep it on your bedside. Do you know what bracelet I'm talking about?
I had a dream like a week after she died that I saw a necklace that had Hebrew on it. But, I don't actually have it in real life. It's a dream.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That I have chills all through my body. So that's fine. Can you also please ask your mother? This is what she's telling me to tell you to ask your mother for her jewelry. She has a piece of jewelry that she wants you to have. It would be astonishing if you did that. Talk to your mother, Sharon, and then you got this incredible Hebrews insignia necklace or something like that. She says that she may have it.
Huh.
Please ask.
Okay.
No, really beautiful to work with you. And she's telling you to give your mother pink flowers. I'm not sure what that's about.
Okay.
Is your mother's birthday coming up or something that she's celebrating?
No.
Okay.
No,
so
but
no is never what's that?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. But what did you say something?
I do have a question, which is that my father passed, and I'm just curious if you're getting anything from him.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, please. So usually, it's not really okay. Fine. Sorry. Thank you. Is there a J that's related to him, please?
J?
Yeah. Is there a J? Is your sister a J? Or who's the J around your dad? Is there a Jack in the family?
That was my grandfather. That's my grandmother who you were talking to. It's her husband.
That's fine. So here's what's happening, and it's really quick, and we're doing quick messaging here. But Jack is telling you that he has your father. And so the reason is because family becomes all united, and it's not one side of the family or the other. So he stepped up to the plate to tell you that he has your father.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I understand. Thank you. I have a Dan. Is there a Dan here in the room, or is there a Dan on the other side for anybody? Don or Dan? Two names, 3-worded names. Does anybody have that? Just wave your hand so then we can unmute you. Does anybody understand that? Okay, Ashara?
I have an Uncle Dan, but I think everybody does.
I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, that's like an Aunt Mary, but not really. Okay, thank you.
Is it Danielle?
So, your uncle, is that your father's brother?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did somebody pass in 2021 for you? That 2020, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to say I don't know that happened.
That's fine. Just say that. That's perfectly fine. I want to understand that. Thank you. I know what it is. Thank you. Ashara, 21, is that an important number for you? April, is that a birthday, anniversary, or passing? April.
April was my grandma's birthday.
Thank you. That's fine.
His
Thank
mother,
you.
Daniel's mother.
Great. So that's just a quick hint to tell you that they're together.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, right. It's very sweet. Can you also tell me, I'm still working with you, Ashara. Can you also tell me who is the H in the family? Do you have a Howard here? A Harold, a Harry? Where's that?
We all are H last name.
Perfect. I love you. What's the last name?
Hirsch.
Thank you. So these are quick messages. So what we're saying is that the Hirsches are together. And so you don't necessarily have to question whether they are or not. They're telling you that they are because they're coming together as a family. Thank you. I want to tap in a little bit. Is there anybody around you? This sounds cliche and generic, and I don't usually work that way, but it's happening, so I need to talk about it. So is your father still here?
No, he's.
Okay, is there a heart issue that he had?
I believe it was Parkinson's.
Okay, so who was he with the heart issue? Your father?
Heart.
Is anybody having any heart issues now?
Unknown. My mother
Okay.
may have passed. I don't believe it. Maybe she can tell you. We were told that it was a heart thing, but I thought it was not.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Just work with me a little bit longer. Ashara, what is September to you? Is that birthday, anniversary?
Birthday, correct. Yeah, birthday.
Whose?
Mine, my brother's.
Okay, great. So mom's on the other side.
Yes.
She's answering your question. She's talking also about, do you have a fireplace in your house now?
Yes.
Thank you. Was she on the fireplace and now she's not on the fireplace?
It's possible. I move pictures a lot.
Yeah. So she says that she's just saying that she wants to be back on the fireplace.
I'll do
and
it.
The reason for it is that she used to be facing the room or the couch where you were sitting.
Yes.
And now she isn't. So it's almost like what's really cool about that is that when you're on the couch and you see the picture, you think of her.
Yes.
And she likes being thought about.
Oh.
So she wants to stay in your peripheral vision so that she can be a part of your, she's using a funny word saying entertainment. She's also talking particularly about a blue dress that's important. Did she wear one, have one? Do you know about that?
She had a blue wedding dress.
Perfect. I know, which is unusual, right? So So she's talking about weddings. She's talking about relationships. She's saying congratulations because there seems to be a wedding that was maybe postponed and coming back in. Did you go to that yet?
My son postponed his pandemic wedding, but had it anyway.
Yes, so exactly what I just said. So what she's saying is that she wants to be a part of all that. She sees it all. So sometimes one of the biggest questions that we have, remember, let's go back to the beginning of when we ask questions, we can get answers. And she got, that we got the answer because we asked the question, do they see how life is moving on?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. And she's very grateful for his partner because she believes it to be very romantic.
Yes.
And says that the wedding was less significant, just the union was more.
Yes.
Right. So really nicely spoken, like as a mom, but she's very supportive of the relationship. She says, I love you, love you, love you, and I miss you, miss you, miss you. And what happens here, it's just a different type of connection. So what happens is that you're able to build that relationship by keeping the picture there because you, right? So listen for her signs, please, because she's sending them.
Oh, thank you, Alaine.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And part of this was absolutely about a shore house or a shore location. Do you know that?
My son is moving to Maryland, if that, I don't know.
Take it.
Okay.
Take it. She's just saying the latest and the news, and it's probably in your head about he's moving, he's moving, he's moving. You think about it, whenever she sees it, she says, I'll protect them.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. So we're still going strong. I like this. This is fun. Okay, thank you. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Ellen. I think I'm just going to go right to the person, but I see Ellen. So Ellen, you know what's really interesting? Do you have somebody on the other side that you wanted to connect with? Ellen Silverman. Can I call out people?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have lots of people on the other side. I
I
would love to
understand,
connect
but can
with.
you tell me, was somebody born or passed on the 1st or on the 11th? There's ones. Is that January?
No.
So it's never no. So what is 11 to
Oh.
you?
11.
Mm-hmm. Is that November? Is that a big date in your?
Oh, yes, November. My mother passed in November.
Okay, is she somebody that you would be connecting to? Here we go.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating because so many people want to talk to some people and then somebody comes in that's like, well, maybe not, you know? Okay, so hang there with me for just a second.
Sure.
Who's handing you a pair of glasses? Does that make sense? Do you have your mom's glasses? Whose glasses do you have? Is there a partner that you were with that has glasses?
Yes, I have my father's reading glasses.
Okay, that's really important because I felt like somebody was handing you a pair of glasses. So, and I was just going to ask you, whose glasses do you have? So you still have them. And so you would want to connect to him. Is that true?
Oh, I would love to.
Thank you. Hold on, please. Is there a Sam or Samuel in the family line at all, please?
My father's middle name was Samuel.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Is there a brother that you have here?
I have 2 brothers.
Thank you. Still here?
Yes,
Thank
both
you.
are living.
Yeah, sorry. That's an odd question to ask that quickly and rapidly. I don't mean to be impolite. Thank you. Just work with me a little bit more too. Is there a Lillian, a Leonard, a Larry, an L name that's important here? There is. Is that a last name? Is there a Lori? Okay, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the validation. You can actually record these. I have everybody record all their messages because that way you can listen back. Because when you can kind of think a little bit better, you're like, oh my God, I get it now. So I apologize for not mentioning that. But at the same time, I'm just going to leave you the L because I don't want to waste time. because
Okay.
both your mother and your father are coming together for you. They're saying that we love you, we love you, we love you, and they want the very best for you. And they say, thank you for going the extra mile and taking care of us, which is pretty interesting. And I know that might hit you like pretty interestingly. And is it Lee? Was there a name like Lee or Lisa? Sorry. That was pretty funny. They made me hang on that.
Yeah, an L.
So is there a Lee or a Lisa, Lori, a Larry? Is there any L names like that?
I have a cousin named Lisa.
Okay. Is there any reason why she would be coming up? She okay? Is everybody in her family okay? Is it your mom's sister's daughter?
No, this would be my father's brother's daughter.
Okay, so just hold on for just a second because it's getting a
Sure.
little bit too stretched out. So you need to keep the L. I'm not going to go there
Okay.
to the family line because I just heard something and it's going to take too much time. And I just want to make sure that everybody's not too isolated is the word. So if there is a potential family reunion that you might hear of from your father's side of the family, you're supposed to go.
Ah.
Do not hold back. Do you know what I'm talking about now?
Yes.
Good. Go.
Okay.
Do not make excuses. Okay?
Okay.
Mom says that we have the potential to work on our relationship. And she says that there's a lot of ways to do this because you can change the relationships that you have with people on the other side. Most people don't think that. They're all caught up in the relationships that they're having here on earth. The reality is that you can still open up. And she says, please forgive me. Please forgive me. So she's doing this. So there's some hearty issues there, which you can
Yes.
absolutely get to. So you can kind of let them go because you don't need to carry them on with you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Is there an Ellen? Oh, you are Ellen. Okay.
Yes.
So sorry. I was going to say, is there an Ellen in your family? All right. So I need the R in the families. This is a little shout out. Is there a Renee, Rita? Where's the R? Ellen?
Sorry. My mother's maiden name was
Thank you.
Rosen.
Thank you. So there, she's coming with the Rosens behind her. She probably feels like she needs it with protection to address you, but that's okay. So kind of open up your heart in quiet time to see if that will change. The most incredible thing that I've learned is that a quick one too, is that there was a time where somebody, I needed to put my father in greater care. And I was all consumed with that. I was driving to work and then somebody stopped on the side of the road because they had a tire that was becoming flat and they needed assistance. This is just starting where there's cell phones. And so I couldn't wait to help this person. I ran out, I was like, hey, how can I help you? I'll do whatever you need, you know. And then after I helped her, continued on to drive to work, I said to myself, oh my God, what's going on with me? I was so willing to help this person, but I wasn't as volunteering attitude to help my father. And I didn't understand it. And I thought, God, that's disgusting. Why am I acting like that? So of course I sobered up spiritually. And I said, like, you have to be willing to work with everybody in your family. And so I realized that after my father passed, I could change my relationship with him on the other side. He is my number one guide. He's unbelievable. He's beautiful and sends me signs when I know that I'm shifting in my consciousness regarding our relationship because my heart's open to it. So that's how we want to remain. Thank you. Thank you. So, Lisa, I'm going to work with you. I think we have a little bit of time.
Thank
Is it
you.
Lisa Robbins? Can I do that?
Uh-huh.
Lisa, who's on the other side for you, not by name, just by relationship that you wanted to connect to, if you don't mind?
Girlfriend.
That's so interesting. Thank you. Is the name Barbara relatable at all to you? So we never want to say no because no pushes everything away. So please tell me what's relatable to your friend with a B name.
Her maiden name.
Which is?
Beggs.
Biggs?
Beggs.
Thank you. And did anybody pass of cancer? Did she have cancer in her family? Do you know? at all? Like, is somebody on the other side that has cancer that's in her family? Are you close with her family, or were you close with her family?
I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for being honest. So I want to work just a moment here. I don't know if I'm with you, Lisa. I just need to get this Barbara connection off. Can anybody relate to this Barbara connection? Do we know that? Last name might be a C name, like Cohen at all? Is there anybody that has this connection?
Barbara Cohen is my godmother, but she's alive and well, and
I usually get the first name, not the first name and the last name. So that's just the continuation that you're trying to hijack the reading. And now you're right on top of Lisa, which is really funny.
Sorry,
So just
Lisa.
take
Please,
all
Lisa, take
the
it away.
messaging. Do you know each other by chance?
no, but nice to meet you.
I love it. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to clear the fields. Thank you. So let me just go one more with you, Lisa. July important to you? Is that birthday, anniversary, or passing with anybody? The number 7, 17, 27. What are those numbers to you?
17 is my birthday,
Thank you. So I am with you.
but not July.
I don't care. Okay, was this a childhood friend? I lost you, Lisa. Okay, thank you. Okay, so tell me 23, 24, what are those numbers anything important to you? Is that years? Do you understand that? Just talk to me right now and tell me addresses, or you have 3s and 2s in your address. Did she?
I do.
You do now.
Yes.
So I'm still with you. So I really want to understand what's happening. Thank you.
She's using my childhood address and my current address.
Perfect. We're there. But she's not from your childhood.
No.
And right. Okay. Thank you. But did she know you in the house where you are now?
Yes.
Thank you. I just need that. She's making me qualified. Was she big with numbers or something at all? Was she like a good accountant, or was she a numbers person at all? Or are you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I understand. I love her. So she's very affectionate, and she says that this was hard for so many people. This was a crazy circumstance, and says to you that she can send you love from afar. She says you're doing fine. She's saying thank you for bringing her, what she's calling a legacy, into your mind and into your awareness often. She's says that she knows that she left too soon, and says that she'll be supporting you for the rest of your life, and you're doing the same thing with her, even though she's not here. She's thanking you for being such a good friend. She's saying that there's a musical connection. Is there a particular song that you hear when you think of her?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't need to name it. And this is what happened. Don't give up your power to me. I'm talking about other things. So keep that connection going strong with her. It's significant and it's important. Thank you. So this is really awesome, because sometimes this comes up. Lisa, do you have a particular question for her? Kind of crazy that you could take back minutes. Is there a Steve that's in her life at all? An S name? Is the S the name of the street she lived on, your street, or a town that she lived in?
Town, yes.
What's the town?
St. Petersburg.
Thank you. Do you have a question? We'll end up on this question. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I'm going to finish up with 2 things. Number 1 is that she wants you to know that she's at peace. And did she struggle? She struggled?
Yes.
I hear that. She's saying that there is no more struggle. She's not the body anymore, so she doesn't have the struggle. She says to continue. She says continue your education, because you have a lot to teach. Do you understand that?
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a great teacher. She's going to support you in those teachings so you can get the teachings to more people. She says, continue your practice. It's beautiful. Thank you. So I do believe that we have only a few minutes left. So I want us to share a few things with you. Is that true, Julie, right? We have 5 minutes? You're muted.
I was going to say, you have like 2-3 minutes max.
Okay. So this is what I need to say. I would love to read all of you, but time doesn't allow. So what happens with mediums in a gallery setting is such that there's multitasking messages that go on. If you happen to hear some names that were reflective in your life, take all of it. Take anything that you heard and make it your own. Truly do that. It's very hard to multitask and do all of this, yet I say, take anything that is yours. Even if you heard the messaging about forgiveness, right? Huge when it happens, huge, very karmic in its life. So I'm also saying to you that it's really important when you de-stress yourself, and we really do know how stressful it has been during COVID, not connecting to the people that we love here, let alone there. Yet our lives got really simple. And there was a lot of reflection, which was probably a very positive experience if your heart was open. But if your heart was closed, then you know that it was probably, honestly, more of a depressive. We want to keep the heart open. We want to enhance the frequency for all that we can connect to, because you can too. I am no different than you. So if you want to connect with me, my book is on Amazon. It's Alaine Portner. It's Alaine with an A. And my website is the same, alaineportner.com. The book is called Medium Memoirs, Messages of Love, Hope, and Reunion. It has always been my quest to educate. This is what it is. I just try and make it entertainment so people will listen and stay awake. And to think that you did that and now it's the next day is really a cool experience. So thank you so much for your attentiveness, your connections, and continue to meditate, be happy, and keep the heart wide open because there's a lot of life to live. Thank you so much for being here. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. That was
Thank you,
fascinating.
Julie.
I have never been in the presence of that, and I love that. Thank you. We're going to take a quick 4-minute break.